So I think TikTok as a platform, I think that it's a low barrier to entry, right? You found some unsuspecting talent along the way. I mean, we've certainly seen certain songs blow up during COVID on TikTok. We've seen certain talent gain massive followings. So, it's definitely been a moment in time where people have tried to come together via social networks, and they're not just sitting back and watching and scrolling, but they're actually posting themselves.
The real message for us in our community is that it's just devastating for musicians. It's also devastating for live sound engineers and devastating for live sound companies and people that manage facilities and auditoriums and all that kind of things. Really devastating.
I think there's fatigue as we try harder and harder to kind of substitute Coachella with a virtual festival, or, it's not the same. And the reasons that people go to live events when we're talking, I think specifically around music, unless you're a hardcore fan of that musician, is for the social aspect. We haven't, in my opinion, cracked the code yet.
I think there's a lot of opportunity. I think one thing that's really been realized and can certainly drive some growth in this segment is remote production, remote control anything and everything. The thing I see as potentially being a hurdle, the technology barriers in many parts of the world that will actually shape that curve of growth. So, today I think all of us are speaking from developed countries with sophisticated infrastructures, but that's not obviously the case globally. So I think that has to be taken into consideration again for how that curve of growth gets shaped.
Because people have been starved of that type of entertainment and of that type of socializing. And there's a real desire to kind of get back and feel like, that part of their life is not lost.
I mean, how does a virtual fan participate in real time with all the other virtual fans without having to click the little, happy icon that floats around on the screen? When all this goes away and everybody has to go back to their office, is content creation gonna keep going up or down? I don't know. You said you can't unlearn the cool thing you learned while you were stuck at home. So we think it's going to continue.
Parts of your journey as a creator, starting with beginner, and every beginner starting with this, right? So certainly this is something we're thinking about as somebody's just getting started, whether it's TikTok or whatever. More people are getting hooked on sharing their perspective and sharing their interest. And then as soon as you start to post, and you start to get some attention, there's an immediate desire to improve how you sound and look.
We look at it not much as a convergence of audio companies and video companies, but more like a collision. We're sort of merging ideas in real time.
A mindset, it's about understanding the person that's going to use the products so that you truly create solutions, right? And it's not about the selling, it's about the providing.
So I do. I just think that we're still missing this key factor to the concert where it's not the same just watching it from home. Putting less cameras in the front of the stage and more cameras in the back of the stage. How do you have that hybrid model, but really make the at-home piece eventized and special so that it's not just syndicating what's on the stage? Because we all know that's not the most exciting part of going to one of these experiences.
High regard for is quality. The quality of what you're producing, it's still relevant as people's home equipment, that their home installations are better. The headphones that they have chosen for themselves for whatever reasons, for whatever drivers, that they're listening through a high quality headphone so they can hear and appreciate the nuance. As bandwidth and compression and everything, as these things are better, there's more opportunity to differentiate. You can hear the difference between something that is badly produced and something that is brilliantly produced.